We started last year in New York City, calling it Grameen America, in Jackson Heights, in New York. Started Grameen-style banking with the 5 women getting together, forming a group, taking loans for income-generating activity, whatever they knew what to do with the money, and paying back in weekly installments. And now we have about 500 borrowers in that program, all women. And their repayment has been 99.3%. Never went below 99%. So the average loan is about $2,200. You have an interesting contrast where the same city where the big banks are. They can't get their money back. And the tiny little thing which right there, right at the same time, recovering their money is no problem. No collateral, no lawyers, no papers to tie them down. So it's a good time to raise the question, who is creditworthy? Because it's very clear that back in 1976, the banker was telling me the poor are not creditworthy. It showed out that everywhere, all around the world, they are the most creditworthy people after all. And this is what the paradox of the whole situation. Globally, the financial system as it exists leaves out billions of people from their service. And as a result, they have to struggle with their life, facing their life in the most adverse circumstances, because nothing is open to them. Even the doors of the financial institutions are blocked. People ask me, how did you design this bank, which works without collateral, without lawyers? And I try to explain to them, but instead of making it a complicated explanation, what I try to say, it was very simple for us to design this bank. We had no complication at all. All we do, whenever we need a policy, we need a principle, we look at the conventional banks, what they do. Once we figure out what they do, we do the opposite. And it works. They go to the rich and the richest possible. We go to the poor and the poorest possible. They go to men, we go to women. 97% of our borrowers are women. Out of 7.6 million borrowers we have in Bangladesh, overwhelmingly women. And the conventional banks are owned by rich. If you own a bank, you must be very rich. And usually men, rich men. Our bank is owned by poor and poor women. So the bank is owned by all the borrowers. It's not a bank owned by somebody else. So we reverse that too. And we made our principle that people should not come to the bank. Bank should go to the people. So there again we reverse the procedure that the conventional banks have. You have to come to their premises to do the banking. We do the other way. And of course we don't have the collateral. They want the collateral. They want their lawyers to come, the best lawyers possible to tie you up. We don't have any lawyers, we don't need them. So you go piece by piece, you can see the reversal of the whole system. In a conventional bank, they will try to figure out your past credit records or credit history. We made it a rule that we don't want to dig into the past of any borrower. We try to explain to our staff in their training repeatedly that we are not interested in the past of a person. We're interested in the future of the person. No matter what she has done in the past, let's not get into it. Because poor people must have done lots of different things you may not like. but you shouldn't punish them for that, because the circumstances push them many things. Our job is to build a future for them. So we want to build a future. Whether the person is a criminal, is just coming out of the jail or whatever, that's not something we can control. All we can do, we can give them the law, rehabilitate the person so that he or she can move on with their life. So you can go on picking those elements, how different we are. The interesting thing that it works.